I've got 5 great tips for you now, the last 5 tips so that soon you're going to be an A-class user of gtmetrix. Let's have a peek. So here's the link to this particular page down here, getus.at/ss3. So this is the third one in the sequence of 3. So what are we going to cover? Okay, here's the 5 things we're going to cover in here. We're going to talk about the quick page content breakdown of what's going on there about a page. We're going to talk about the monitor so that you can monitor your site load speeds automatically. We're going to have a peek at the alert tool that's available in gtmetrix and how you can also set up a default scan. And we'll finish off with some advanced scanning tips for logged in users. So let's start off with the first one, quick page content breakdown. Let's come into our report, and this is our New York Times report. If I come into the summary tab over here and scroll down here on the left hand side, you've got a breakdown of the actual page details, and it's really cool what's in here. You can see there's a lot of data, and if you hold your mouse over, you've got a lot of extra information being shown in here. So you can see that the JavaScript is being loaded in 60 requests of the page, taking up 21% of the total download. And you can see graphically here straight away that the images are a large part of this web load, and you've got all the other little smaller pieces down the bottom here. You can see the total number of requests is 281. Of course, you can get that from a couple of other areas on gtmetrix, but this is one of the areas to get a quick snapshot. And you can see a breakdown again in a slightly different format. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Monitor your site's load speed automatically. Okay, we come up into this report here. Over on the right-hand side, you can see the monitor option. You can actually monitor this on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Notice if you're a pro user, you can do it on the hourly. So once a week, you can then monitor it. This will save you coming in here manually and running these reports. So it's really, really cool, these monitors. Let's have a look at the next tip, using gtmetrix alert tool. The alert tool is absolutely brilliant. If I click into here on the right-hand side, set up alerts, you can see you've got a whole bunch of conditions in here. You can have multiple conditions. Of course, you want to switch that to be on for email. And have a look in here about all the different settings. So whatever's you want to monitor, you can do. So if the page size changes or the request count changes, then you can actually do that. So it's greater than, let's say, 60. And this is really good if you've got people doing development on your site, that you as a manager can actually be alerted straight away if something happens. So if something goes live and you're not aware of the process going live, and then suddenly you can get a report coming in and say, oh my goodness, a web developer is on the site, some changes have been made, and it's now creating some problems. You can have multiple conditions in here, and it's really good. So I highly recommend these alerts. Setting your default scan settings. By default, gtmetrix scans from Vancouver in Canada. If your account is not set up, it will just automatically scan from Vancouver in Canada. But if you come over here into this report, you can see if I come into my account settings and scroll down, you can see that my basic setting is set up in Hong Kong and China with that browser, with that specific speed. So this is really good to preset this. So the next time I do a scan, let's come over here. You can automatically see the settings have actually been set up in here, analysis option. It's picked those up out of your settings. So that's really cool. Let's have a look at the last one. Advanced gtmetrix scanning tips for logged in users. Now, I can't easily demonstrate this, but let me show you where the settings are. Down here under advanced options, you've got the ability to put cookies in here. You've got the ability to actually scan a site where you need to log in. If you've got, for example, a WordPress website and the users log into the admin and use a lot of functionality in the backend as logged in users, then you can set up the cookies in here so that you can get gtmetrix to log in as a logged in user so that it can actually do all the scans and the tests. So this is really cool. It's not something that you'll use a lot, but it's a really good developer tool if you've got admin users being logged in and you want to test the speed for that. So there you go, another 5 great tips. You're going to become an A-class gtmetrix user very soon. Yahoo!